YouTube was it's your boys there back with another banger in this video. Romero says Canelo knocks Terrence Crawford out. Let's get it. In an interview with Fight Hype, Romero said he's 38 years old. Yeah, he saw something in Canelo. He's about to see the canvas. He said Canelo doesn't even jab no more. All he throws is left hooks. He also said Crawford's not even a mover. He just uses his length to stay far away. He has good timing on his shots. He can crack people going backwards. It's not like Crawford will be switching during the round. He either comes out orthodox or southpaw. He says Bevo was way bigger than Canelo. The same thing you saw Canelo fighting Bevo is the same thing Crawford moving up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. He said Bevo is not a puncher. Canelo was trying to win the whole time, but Bevo was too big. He also says Crawford is going to go there and box Canelo's head off the same way Amir Khan did, and out of nowhere, boom, then we're going to see a dead roach on the ground. All right, he said a lot, so that's a lot to unpack. First of all, he said Crawford, 38 years old, which is true. He's going to be around 38 when it's time to fight Canelo, so he's not the young fighter that he once was. However, he's much more savvy, much more experienced, much more wise as a fighter. Will he see the canvas? It's tough. It's tough to predict. It's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. But the likeliness of it happening, Canelo would have to Canelo would have to try to overwhelm him with explosive shots. And the thing is, if Crawford can, if he can survive those onslaughts, those short bursts of attacks, then he'll be okay. Canelo's not going to punch for 3 rounds. Canelo not a 3 minute fighter, and he's not a 12 round fighter. Canelo fights in short bursts. Every round he might fight for a minute out of every round. You feel me? And when the later the fight goes, the worse he gets. You feel me? He said Canelo don't even jab. How you gonna set up those big punches if you don't jab? You gotta feint. You gotta do something to set up those big punches. He said Crawford's not a mover. He not the biggest mover, right? He not Sugar Ray Leonard, right? He not going to move laterally, waste a lot of energy. He gonna conserve his energy, and when he needs to move, he will. He mentioned that Terrence Crawford can crack going backwards. I completely agree. Terrence Crawford can fight going forwards, backwards. He can fight going to the side. He a three-dimensional fighter, right? He can initiate, he can defend, and he can counterpunch. He can move forwards, backwards, or laterally, right? He can switch stances. He's a three-dimensional fighter. Canelo's a one-dimensional fighter. Canelo can't fight going backwards. And Canelo can't fight going backwards or sideways. He can only fight going forwards. And that's gonna be to his disadvantage. And then he said, he mentioned how Bevo wasn't a knockout artist and how Canelo kept coming. The thing is, Bud is a knockout artist, right? And Canelo would be smart not to underestimate Bud's power, because one liver shot can end the fight, right? But if Terrence Crawford gets caught with something big, then the fight might also be ended. I think Terrence Crawford gonna have to fight incredibly smart. But now that I'm done with the responding to Rolly, now I'm gonna say what I think. I think Rolly just projecting. I think Rolly projecting on the Bud where he is. Rolly mentioned how Bud is gonna get smashed like a roach, right? He also mentioned how Bud gonna outbox him, then get knocked, just like what happened to Rolly by Tank, right? Rolly was outboxing Tank, so called, until Tank put him down. You feel me? So I think he projecting that on Bud. You feel me? And even if Bud does lose, which I don't think he will, which I hope he doesn't, he's still one of the all-time greats. You feel me? Plus, we acting like what Bud is attempting to do has never been done before. Sugar Ray Robinson jumped up multiple weight classes. Henry Armstrong was champion in like 2 or 3 classes at the same time. So it's very possible. You understand me? And in fact, Terrence Crawford smoked his division. He cleared out welterweight. He cleared out his natural division. You feel me? He cleared him. I think he was on a 12-fight knockout streak. He cleared out welterweight. Like I said, I think Bud gonna outbox Canelo for 12 rounds straight. Right? In fact, Bud might start off slow just to let Canelo use all his energy. He might let Canelo come out fast. Right? Just like how Roach did Tank. He might let Canelo come out fast, use all that energy, throw his biggest punches. In the middle of the late rounds, Crawford gonna do him wrong. You feel me? Because just like I said, Canelo, he fight 1 minute out the round. and he barely fights 12 rounds. He got bad stamina. He's not a 12-round fighter. He wants to knock you out. If he can't, it gets that much more hard for him. Canelo is like a sprinter. He like a 100-meter sprinter. He wanna start explosive and end explosively. He wanna finish the race explosive. He wanna start and finish explosive. He don't want to go the full 12 rounds. And that's the thing. I think Bud more like a 400 runner, right? Bud know how to start off fast, coast, and then get back explosive on that final stretch. You feel me? Bud is a monster. Um, so yeah, I think Bud is explosive for 12 rounds. He could fight 12 rounds. He's dangerous in 12 rounds. Canelo only dangerous from like round 1 through 6, right? He'll throw a hard punch every once in a while, but if you get caught by that, that's on you. But my only question is, who did Rolly beat to make him so confident, so outspoken in the sport of boxing, like he knows what he's talking about? In the biggest fights of his career, he lost both of them, right? In the biggest fight of his career versus Tank, he got knocked out. In the second biggest fight of his career versus Pitbull, he got knocked out. In the third biggest fight of his career versus Ryan, he's going to get knocked out. Rolly's known for talking shit and getting knocked out. Like if the opinion came from somebody like Devin beat Loma. You feel me? Tank beat Ryan beat Devin, Tio beat Loma. Right? I would like if they had an opinion, they got some credibility. You feel me? But who did Rolly beat to give him this much credibility? Why do we take what he says seriously? Because I just don't. I just made the video so I could clown on his ass. But if he not talking boxing, then he politicking. And Rolly politicking right now. Rolly how about Rolly come knock out Terrence Crawford? How about that? It's not gonna happen. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this to next.